So hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Now today we are playing some more Planet Coaster. Of course I'm going to be talking over this speedrun today. On this series we have already made the park entrance. We are now going to be making into the westerny pirate themed area. So first of all I get the victory ship and we start constructing the queue line and how we are going to make this ride properly work. I tried making the queue so it snakes around a bit more, but the game didn't really want that to happen and it just automatically connected and I couldn't do anything else. Then I started to add some walls into the building. Now I was looking for where you could gridlock onto it, but it wouldn't work, so I had to continue the construction from this wall over here, which is connected to the main entrance, and so I just build along with this so it all looks connected. Tried adding it so it's a separate compartment, but that didn't work, so I'm just making it so it looks a bit fenced off. Then just adding the walls back in to make it that extra detail. The queue line was a bit off grid, it wouldn't work properly, so I had to move the exit to make it so the path would actually go. So all I did then was just get rid of the walls, add the path back in, move the exit back so it's directly straight, and then just put the walls back with the archway going in between that, same as for the entrance, just so it looks a bit more detailed. Then we need to colour in the floor, so I just add some rock textures just because it looks a bit more like it's a bay. We get rid of the extra wall. If you guys could get this video to 20 likes, then I will continue the series. Well, I'm going to continue it anyway. But in the intro of the next series, I'll do True Heart. Yes, the Fortnite dance. So, let's do it. Here I'm just adding some rocks to landscape it out, add a bit more textures towards the build, so it doesn't look a bit plain. Adding some arches just to give it that extra level of detail. Sorry, I just woke up and I filmed it at 2 in the morning, so yeah. Just added some more decoration like bins, some flowers. Gotta add some cargo, and that canvas which I kept there. It looks a bit misplaced, but I've got the cannon. I was looking for an archway like to show that you've changed area, and these ones just came along as the best. Adding some coffin, some coal, looking at what I could put down. There's some bandits, so I just put a tipping hat bandit, a leaning cowboy, and then add some bushes around just to make it look a little less plain. As looking at it, then I realised, ooh, this doesn't look nice, so I thought let's just put a staff only area here, because with the staff only we can get it so they have got a place to go, because they do moan all the time about having nowhere to go as a staff only. So I put another first aid shop. I know we've already got one, but we just need another one which is a bit away from the park entrance. And then I get the staff room. I try and get as many as possible, but then I realised those two aren't connected to the path, so I only do the ones that are connected to the path there. I don't know why it didn't allow it, but it just didn't. So filling the walls in to make it so it's not just an open area, it's just a pathway behind stage. I add the archways just to give it detail, which give it that more of a it's meant to be there situation. It looks a bit open when you look at it from the roof, and so I just decided to add the exact same floors. But then what I realized is it's not in level. You're about to see that with the yeah, look, I notice it here and I'm like, oh, the entire, alright. So first I delete all of these walls. Alright, just get rid of everything here. But then I come back to realizing that that's not all I need to do, because it will look weird with the other ones. So I literally just get rid of all these walls as well and just add them back. So to add the walls back, we just simply put them back. Just currently eating because breakfast reasons. I know it's unprofessional, but who the hell cares? So I just get rid of these bushes because they're in the way, to then add the roofs back in. On top of the shop, it still does that where you can see the top of the shop. So what I simply do is fill in all the roofs like this anyway. But then I get that wood piece. I don't know what I was trying to do here. I was trying to get the single pass. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I was trying to get the ledges and stuff. So looking at this, I was realizing, what the hell? Oh, the walls aren't in the right position. And it wasn't those outside walls, it was the so because of the ride situation, we couldn't put the ledges on the inside of the wall. Just because it's like, I also test out why the ledge is not perfectly as a ledge, but I don't know. So I shrink that down, grab that wooden bar thing that we used before to tell that it's a thing. I'm tired as fuck, just to be honest. As like the way to not be able to see the top of the roof. So we just add some more of these back. Get the corner pieces. And then we have constructed the roof of a staff area. Yeah. So now to get the sign, we need to... Oh, never mind. We need the air conditioning unit. Can't forget that. I'm trying to add some decorations, so some candle lights. I was trying to add a canvas as well, but that didn't work. I had started adding swords, and I was like, wait, what do you mean? Why am I doing it? So I had some cutlasses, some more pirate themed stuff. Then we come on to the flags, and I was like, oh no, that one doesn't work. So we had the pirate flag there. I think I added another flag down on the floor somewhere. There we go. So once again, back onto the overhangs to make it look a bit detailed. That still doesn't work. So just look in between all the signs. I see that, I'm like, oh, that's an advertising sign. Normally you would have them, so let's just pop them like that in there. Alright, and then we got to add the stripes, which you have to perfectly line up like so. The hazard stripes. I'm thinking we could probably make it better, but then I start adding the rodeo sign, and then I was like, wait, what? Why am I doing this? See it if there was a staff only sign already. And so there I see this toilets one. So I put staff only on where it's meant to say toilets, but you can type in it, so who really cares, to be honest? Now I go into the pirate ship to make this cannon so it's sequenced, because it's just constantly going off like, so that way as soon as it swings the cannon goes off, which is good. Still just drinking and eating, you know. So, I hope you guys enjoy this series of Planet Coaster, because I do personally, making the stuff. A bit later on, my recording randomly stops and then started again later on without me knowing. So you'll be able to see that. So now you can see the cannon go off with the swing, so I had a perfect angle so it would do that. I first start get rid of those plants because that doesn't look nice. So especially when I was adding the end fences to make it barriered off a bit more. Now you can see the path, so I'm just changing the design of the path. Got to change the overall path in the pirate themed area, so I just go ahead and do that. Go into the staff area as well. So there you go, you can see the cut off between the points, and then looking at an archways again. I think of going for that stone, but no. Fairy Tale's like, what the fuck? Blue flags. And then so I just settle on the canvas again. Then to look for a nice sign, I see this exit sign. I'm like, how do you place this down? I can't place it. Why is it not working? And so I just ignore that. Then looking at the pirate ship sign and the sprite sign, so I just put that on the side of the building where it is, because why not? And then so I settle with this sign, but it was to make it perfectly fine. So I turn off the angle snap, and there you go, it's perfectly fine. So just put Pirates of West. Comment below what you want that area to be called, same as the overall pumpkin, because still haven't got a name for it. I'm thinking this area be the Western Pirates, because why? It's going to be the Western area plus Pirates area, because there's hardly either of them. So they just work together because they're at the same time era, to be honest. So then I think of making a roller coaster, because we need one. But first, I wanted to. Then I thought, well, we could just make the steam train in the middle of all of this. But then the track wouldn't work. I was like, oh, fuck, come on, please, just work, please. And it didn't, so got rid of it. And then I go back to the idea of the runaway train type of style of a. So I had the chain lift to then a curve, because normally these rides do have that. Straighten off the descent, and then have it go down a bit, then tilt into a spiral. I believe I have it at. It's not a long ride, it's kind of short, but it still works. So as you can see, I literally just squeeze in tons of track into each other. I end up building up the terrain into a mountain here, just because then it looks a bit more like a runaway train. I first then think, oh, let's auto-complete it and then get it back to its station. But then after the test, it's so short that it's not worth it, and you pick up so much speed. You go zooming into the station. So I thought instead of breaking that speed, we could just do another descent. So here you go. There's the time lapse of the train cart tested. So let us smooth it, but I'm like, nah, we can add more into this. So I start building another loop here. And then also complete it. And so this is what it looks like. It looks a bit what the fuck, but it works. So I just go around smoothing everything, as you can see, making sure everything's smooth. Forgot to see what the scale test factor is. You come in at such speed, which we could in the next episode extend it a bit more so it looks, get rid of the path in the center, and we can make it so it's a bit more longer if you guys want, because I'm happy to do that if possible. So yeah, as you can see, I tried smoothing it out as much as possible, but when I smooth that out, it just goes back to how it was. I was gonna first turn that to brakes, but then it wouldn't work properly, so because we could get rid of that straight path there because there's no need of it really, and then we could just add the nice flow in, like a nice straight in, because this could go on for a lot longer, this ride. So here's where the mountain come in. I just go around adding it looking like it's a mountain. It looks so weird, to be honest. Especially how much space it takes, but I end up making it so it's all smoothed in. It's really just tunnels into the mountain. I think I'll leave a bit of it though. Trying to adjust these so that way I could build the entire station properly with like the slanted roofs, but it didn't want to work. So aligning to the grid. Now building around these stations is such a pain, especially that bottom part. You cannot fill that in, which is such a shame because it just looks so ugly where the track is. I don't know why they made it so it's got such big gap between it, but they did. And so it just looks ugly, but hey, it works. So I add the back compartment there, just so so I could build the wall in properly, and then I was thinking we could just put the ride exit there, which leads to a tunnel. I decorate a bit later on, so as you can see, it looks smooth, like it's combined, but the bottom part doesn't. So this path annoys me because it just makes it look so ugly. So I just fill it in, as so. Going back onto the main build, I start adding rooftop parts to this, so just filling in the roof as you do. But then I realised, wait, the queue's not going to be right. So after I've like built all the roof in, I see the edge part and I'm like, why does this not have an edge part? And I was like, oh, because of that. But then I don't go back and delete it after. I just leave it there because I thought it had no coincidence. Yet it looks completely glitched. So adding some rocks here, thinking, oh, it's going to fill it in, but no, it doesn't. So just there for texture reasons now. So as you can see, you can't properly cover it up, which is a shame, but it is what it is. I think if it's a straight in, I might be able to have something cover it up, but right now I have nothing to cover it up. Now here's where my recording cuts out randomly. So as you can see, we just teleport. So I've added some texture to the inside. Now I'm just adding it. So what I did was I extended the side part of the queue, so it's a bit more of a queue area. So now I need to go and work on the exit. This was really such a pain because at first I forgot that you have to turn on tunneling, and I was wondering why the hell it would not go down. Tried to change it to queue because they're easier, but that didn't want to work. So and then go downwards, thinking you could come out. No, doesn't want to come out that way because you just get obstructed by the ride. Then thinking going straight, but it doesn't work. Now this is the problem, the camera angles. I can't get inside for some reason. I haven't learned how to get the camera angles to go inside, so I just get this angle. So this gets obstructed, and I was like, just get rid of the wall then. And then try to do the slant, doesn't work. Then doing downwards again just messes up the side of the building. You hate to see that coming in. And then edit building, and then just getting rid of the other wall as well, just so I can see. But doesn't want to work because of the track, which is all right. I also hate how the support beams just go through your building. It's just like just go through. It's all right. Nothing matters. Nothing's there. But they should be able to. So I'm trying to select grid. It wouldn't select grid onto this, so I had to do it all without a grid. And this is where I realised the feature of tunneling. So at first I build the tunnel so it starts to come out here, but then it gets way too ugly, and so I cover that up, and then I could make it come out here, which still looks too ugly. And also I forgot I still have the tunneling feature on. So that's why that don't work. So I have to get rid of it again. Turn off tunneling. So turn tunneling on for that one piece there. Still looks a bit iffy. Add a bit more of a rock landscaping to this. Smoothens it out a bit more, so don't look as rough. I also make it so it's painted when smoothing, just to make it more of a rocky hill than a completely and utterly disgusting looking rock. Oh, that. I don't know what I'm saying, to be honest, right now. I'm losing my mind. So, adding some lights down into the tunnel. I add tons of decoration into the tunnel as well, to be honest, so. Because I'm trying to make it look like it's one of these old western tunnels that haven't been, well, it is currently being used to smuggle things out and like smuggle things, so I tried to go with that type of look down in this tunnel. So at first I was going with the tunnel being completely boarded up, but that didn't work. because of the way the path was, because it wasn't perfectly grid snapped. So I make it so it transitions out. Tunnel only had walls, which is alright. And then we go on to the detail. So we had an anchor, some burials, a campfire. We also had some coffins to make it look like people died down here. Some dragon poo, I don't know why I looked at that. And then we gotta add the wood like it's coming out of the walls. Some dynamite crates. I was just wondering what the hell that was. Electrical wire, I was about to add that, but it doesn't go with the theme, and why would they cut electrical wire into the thing? I see those lockers and I was like, oh okay, we need to add some lockers in. Just adding as much decoration as possible, adding the shovel, adding the spade, some pots. I also had some rope coils, see how big that rock was. Some more sticks in the ground, some barrels everywhere. Just overall adding some texture into this tunnel to make it look nice. A chair, that would do. Gravestone. Anything I could find, I'll just put in. Putting some skeleton parts in. Just anything I could find would go into this tunnel, as long as it fitted the theme of the pack. That's all I really cared about. So, adding some bandits. I was going to add the one shooting, but let's add the idle one. I just overall add some more animatronics to make it look a lot more life-size. I think this guy is tipping hat as well. And then we have one kicking his heel, just hidden. I was wondering what the hell that was. And then I see this pirate stuff, I was like, okay, let's add some texture to this. Add another idle pirate down there. A lookout pirate on top of the rocks. There we go. Then we got this guy just chilling on the side of the rock. I was going to add the one sitting down, but I need to see some birds, so add those up here. I just found a web. And these scary things. I don't know why. I thought I saw that in my bed last night as well. Like, I saw my towel hanging on the wall and I thought, wait, is that the thing from Planet Coaster? So I just had some more cowboys just sitting, chilling here on top of the rock like it's theirs. Adding some of them shooting, all different types of shooting ones. Just so it looks a bit more textured, and then an exploding barrel, an oil pump, because, yeah, why not? I don't know why I was looking at the doors, because I just was, but that doors made me remember about that edge part, and that is this video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, go ahead and hit that like button, as said in my next episode. If you get 20 likes on this video, which I know is very hard for this channel, like it's not that many, but it's hard, then I'll try and do True Heart. And it has to be before the next episode, which is in a week's time, pretty much, because I do these weekly. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.